Greetings, mathematicians. We are going to learn how to fill in some tables and then determine based on the patterns if it's a linear function or if it's an exponential function. But first, let's get to the jokes. Yeah, we've already had that this year. That's for you students that enjoy Jolly Ranchers. All right, let's get to it. Now, I want you to have Desmos opened up, the graphing calculator. So if you don't have that, go ahead and get that opened up. So I'm ready with my Desmos here. Up to you if you want to log in. We're just using it as a graphing calculator today. We don't need to save what we're doing. We are going to go over table number 1 and number 3. Okay, so let me zoom in here a little bit so we can go over table number 1. So the first thing that we're going to do is look for patterns and fill in the chart. So on number 1, you can see that on the X, we're increasing by 1, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in 4 and 5. So now what we're looking to do is see what's happening in that Y. That really determines what type of function it's going to be. Now, one thing I'm noticing right away, it is decreasing, okay? So two things in my mind are that we could be subtracting by a constant, or we could be multiplying by a decimal, okay? So those are the things that I have in my mind. So the first thing I'm kind of seeing is that it looks pretty constant. It's not going down very, very quickly, which would indicate exponential. So I'm thinking in my mind it's probably going to be linear, but I need to double check that it is subtracting by the same amount. So let's check it out here. We're going from 42 to 36. So I think we're subtracting by 6. Let me see if that keeps working. 36 minus 6 is 30. 30 minus 24, 30 minus 6 is 24. So it looks like that is definitely what the pattern is. So now I'm going to complete my missing 2 spots. 24 minus 6 is 18. 18 minus 6 is 12. So I know that it's a constant rate of change. It happens to be decreasing, but that just means that my slope is going to be negative. So I'm going to circle linear, and I'm just going to cross these ones out, okay, because it's going to be one of the 3. So I've got it in my mind that it's linear. The rate of change is -6, and I can see that this is an important point. At 0, it is crossing the y-axis at 42. And that is going to be part of my equation. Okay, so now I look back at my notes just to remind me. Okay, so to write a linear equation, I look at my goal, and it's y equals mx plus b. All right, so I am going to, and I also had you fill out these notes. Okay, so that's definitely going to help you also. So we've got the gold and we've got the blue. So I'm going to write y equals m, that's -6, don't forget the x, and it's crossing at 42. Now I'm going to use Desmos and actually check this answer. Okay, so I'm going to go to Desmos here, and I'm going to make a table. I'm going to put in 0, 1, 2, and you can see I can just go all the way up to 5. In y, I'm going to put my values, 42, 36, 30. Keep going there. And I have to be able to locate those points. So I'm just going to, oh, I found a couple. So now I'm just going to zoom out. And there they are. In line 2, I'm going to type my equation. Y equals negative 6x plus 42. And voila, awesome, I have it correct. Let's go to number 3. Take a look at that table. All right, again, I'm just going to observe this. I also notice on this table that the y is decreasing. Now, in my mind, it looks like it's decreasing pretty fast. Okay, so that's going to signal to me it possibly could be exponential, and I might be multiplying by the same factor. First, I'm going to fill in on my x. You're going to notice on the whole worksheet, our x's are just increasing by 1. Now, to get from 60 to 30, I'm thinking that that is half, and then half of 30 is 15. Oh yeah, and if I keep going, half of 15 is 7.5. So I want to write down what I'm multiplying by. So I am multiplying by 0.5 or a half. Okay, your choice there. I like personally using decimals, but feel free to use fraction. You can type it in either way on Desmos. So I am timesing by 0.5. So I need to take 7.5 times 0.5. And I just need to pop open a calculator here. Let's see what that's going to be. 7.5 times 0.5. Okay, 3.75 times 0.5, 1.875. And I am timesing by 0.5. So I'm going to fill out, because it's a common ratio, I'm multiplying, that's exponential. I'm going to circle that. I'm going to cross out the other two, because we're determining if it's one of those 3. My common ratio is 0.5. So again, now I have to do this too, just to remind myself. I'm going to look at my blue notes. Okay, so here's the equation for writing exponential. Y equals, have to have the y-intercept, the multiplier raised to the x power. So y equals, I'm crossing the y-axis at 60. In parentheses is my common ratio, and I'm raising that to the x power. All right, so again, I just go to Desmos. I get here. There we go. And I just need to change my values in the y. Let's see, 60 to 30. Get those typed in. And just kind of backspace. All right, and I can see definitely that it has that exponential curve. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Okay, there's my 0, 60. So there's my data points. I have 6 of them. And then I'm going to type in my equation. So it's crossing the y-axis at 60. In parentheses is my common ratio. And I raise that to the x power. So we have a couple options on that. You can hit Shift 6 and then put the letter X. You also can go down to the keyboard and you can use this A to the B. Okay, so I'll show that here real quick. So I click that A to the B key and put the letter X. And you can see, awesome, I've got the correct equation for that exponential function, and it is going through the points like it should. All right, so we want you to determine right now, okay, I feel pretty confident with this. So we're going to have you sit on one side of the room so you can just get at it. The rest of you that feel like, okay, I think I just need a little bit more guidance, Mr. Wiersma and I are going to be set up so that you can sit with either one of us and we will guide you through a few more of these.